Rahim. For Oracle server having Oracle database. In Oracle database has Oracle instance. One database can have multiple instance, and one instance can be related to one database at a time. So instance is background process in memory structure. In database we defined already. We have two different format of data. One is physical data, and second is logical structure of data. Physically, data are storing inside the data files. In the logical structure of a database is a table spaces. We cannot physically see, in there is nothing available physically for a table spaces, but table space can consist one or multiple data files, include excluding big file table space, which has only one data file and it is extending automatically. And other table spaces can have one or more table spaces data files. Each table space must have at least one data file, and maximum it can have any number of data files. So physically data are storing inside data files. We will discuss that also deeply. So I will start installation of Oracle database. I have software available here. We will install Oracle 11G database. If you want to learn in the installation and configuration of Oracle database and also creation of database in Linux platform, you can see my videos which I have done all the installation in Linux environment. You can find through my YouTube channel and also my FB page. I will install a Windows 11G database. I have install folder right here, and I will run Oracle Universal Installer. So it prompting for the administrator privileges. I will install database inside my D drive. Oracle 11G database. Provide your email address for information security, and also you can provide your support identifier if you have license for that. So I will uncheck this checkbox and click next. You have not provided an email address, it's okay. Create and configure a database. Install database software only. So I want to install only database software, and then we will create a Oracle database. Click next. Single instance database. Definitely I will install single instance database. The language for this installation gonna be English. You can select Enterprise Edition 3.0, Standard Edition, and Personal Edition. I will definitely install Enterprise Edition. You can customize this real application testing. Not required in these things are not required for me. Click OK and click Next button. So here specify the location for your installation. I will install it Aura home /up/ Sherzad Zahid. In software Oracle base, will be my Oracle base. In software location will be installed in this directory, which has Oracle components. This is gonna be Oracle home of product 11.2 DB home 1. You can customize it as per your requirements. These locations. We'll click next. It will check prerequisites checkup, and we'll set the environment and also the swap memory in physical memory, RAM, in these things. So all things are fine, and this is the summary screen. Oracle database released installer global settings. disk space required 3 point this much, in available is this much, source location, all these. You can save the source response file in documents. Wherever you want to save, you can save this response file in clicks finish. Remember that I am installing only Oracle RDBMS Relational Database Management System software only. After that I will create a database. You can select, you can install both at once. You can select create and install Oracle database. The installation is in process. It is almost 35% completed. So let's go through these slides. We will, as I told you before, we will discuss relational and object relational database management system. This book you can find in internet. We will also go through Oracle Internet Platform. So Oracle Internet Platform supporting by any browser can support this. Any mail client, in FTP file transfer protocol client, it is supported by the business logic in data presentation and business logic application server. You have a database server and the other one is application server. Application server is nothing but it is designed in Java and also Oracle forums, which will be installed for user can access through Oracle forums. We can say it is a front end for user interface, and database is the backend for backend queries, and also network services. We will discuss SQL and PL SQL. So Java is the programming language for creating software. And this is also system development life cycle. If you want to do development in Oracle Java, so you can say this is a different models. For example, prototyping model, ERD model. So this is the SDLC, system development life cycle. Strategy and design. If you want to design a database, first thing you have to do analysis, then design, built-in document. So write each thing in document and design it as an entity in attributes, then transition, and then go for production encoding. So data are storing inside databases, inside tables. So different format data are storing in different platform. So you can see it here. Here data are stored in a table. Department ID, department name, and manager ID. This is a table. Data are stored right here in a tables. This is a database. Database is something like this. Data storing in database. In filing, a cabinet data is also storing in HDD hard disk. In electronic media, spreadsheet database storing like this. See the format. Relational database concept. Dr. E.F. Codd proposed the relational model for database system in 1970. It is the basis for relational database. Relational database or RDBMS. Relational database is a database which has two-dimensional relation between the tables. Tables has relation with each other. The relation model consists of the following: collection of object or relation. The relation must be exist between the tables. Set of operators to act as the relation. So it is also required. Operator should be there to act as on a relation. Data integrity for accuracy and consistency. Definition of a relational database. A relational database is a collection of relation or two-dimensional table. This is the definition of relational database. A relational database is a collection of relation or two-dimensional database. So this is the first dimension, and second dimensional. This is a database. Server database storing in these two tables has a relation with each other. We have, as I told you, we have different types, different models. We have ERD model, prototyping model, and some other models. Entity relationship diagram model. Entity, for the entity is that thing which we object which we creating a table for that. For example, a student book in these things. This is the table format, this is the entity format, and data storing in the Oracle server right here. Entity relationship diagram: create an entity relationship diagram for business specification or narrative. Here you can assign employee ID, number, name. This is a ERD model of the, and this is entity, and these are the attributes of the entity. Department is entity, and these are the attributes for that entity. Assign one or more employee to department. One employee has a department, one department. Many employees can work in the same department. One department can assign to many employees. So here the concept of the relationship, we can have three types of relationship: one to one, one to many, many to many. For example, one employee can have one department, only one. In one department can have only one employee. So this is not possible, but in this is called one-to-one relationship. One-to-many relationship, one employee can work in at the same time, which is not possible in many departments. So one-to-many relationship concept between of them. In many-to-many, one department can has many employee, many employee can has one department. Entity relationship model conversion. So this is the theory. You can read this book, relating multiple tables. So as I told you, we have constraint primary key. Primary key is uniquely define a column, a field. It will not, you cannot leave it as a blank, not accepting null value. It should be unique. It not accepting duplicate values. In foreign key we can put duplicate values, and we use foreign key for relationship. For example, here I have one employee can have different one employee, many employees. For example, I have three employees. These three can work in the same department. So I will assign same ID for this. It will accept duplicate value. In many department can assign to one employee. So primary key, foreign key we use for relationship, and it is accepting duplicate value, as well as you can leave it as a blank. Relational database terminology, you can see it here. Relational database properties can be accessed and modified. A relational database can be accessed and modified by SQL, structured query language. We will use this very deeply in this course. Contain collection of tables with physical pointer. Use set of operators. Communication with an RDBMS using, we will use SQL. This is American Standard Language for Information Interchange. ASCII language, which accepting by all database. SQL statement, we will use different SQL statements. Select department name from a department. Statement goes to Oracle, and the data is fetching from the Oracle. It will showing to you like this. RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. This is Oracle server, and this is user tables. Data dictionary is storing the tables in data dictionary, and this is the servers accessing the same Oracle server and accessing the tables from that. SQL statement, we will use these things. Select, insert, update. We have data manipulation language. In data manipulation language, we have select, insert, update, delete, merge. We will use these statements very deep and very completely. We have DDL, data definition language. In DDL we have create, alter, drop, rename, truncate, increment. These things all belong to DDL. So we can create new table, we can create data files, we can create standby control files, we can also alter structure of the data, we can drop tables, we can drop data files, we can drop table spaces, we can rename data file, tables, columns, we can truncate tables, removing all data rows from the table, we can comment it. And we also has, these are very fundamental things about SQL. DCL, data control language. We have grant, we will create user, we will create rule, and we will granting different rules privileges to the user, so that we can, if we grant create table privilege to a user, we will use grant create table to Asad. And we'll also use when we want to remove back or roll back the user the privilege from the Asad user, we will revoke, use this keyword revoke create table from that user. We also have transactional control, comment, rollback, and save point. These are transactional control. So comment, I can comment is also DDL statement, and also transactional control, and rollback is also has the same property. Table using in this course we will use definitely employee job tables and some other tables which we'll discuss later on. Installation is also 96% completed. Completing installation. The installation of Oracle database was successful. Your database configuration file have been installed in this location. Fine. So this was Oracle RDBMS installation. Next I will create Oracle database.